This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmonews.com. Is Donbrothers too focused on Taro? This is Super Sentai Sanctuary, brought to you by Henshin Inspection. Avataro Sentai Donbrothers, episode 32, Duel, part 2, originally aired October 9, 2022. The writer is Toshiki Inoue. The director is Kyohei Yamaguchi. Starting with my downs, the Donbros companions only exist to tell the story of Don Momotaro. It's a big down. At least that's what it's feeling like right now. Next thing, the Cerebrin companions only exist to tell the story of Don Sonoi. At least that's what it's starting to feel like right now. I want to know, where did those components for like the other companions for Black Oni Taijin come from? That doesn't make any sense to me. It was cool to see Murasame get his own Oni whatever form, or is that what they're called? Yeah, his own Oni Taijin form. But the fact that it was, or I guess Taijin is the combination, isn't it? Anyway, it was interesting to see him get his own super form like that, but the fact that it comes from out of nowhere, like the others, is okay. But the fact that it comes out of nowhere and he's got all these robo companions doesn't make sense. And it should have just been like a shark mecha unto itself, kind of like how now Jiro has the tiger and the dragon, but those two together combine into a mecha, and you could have just had him have a cool ninja shark turning into its own thing for him. That would have made a lot more sense. But here we are. I knew the name of it. I saw the spoilers or the little bit of information about it before the episode came out, and I didn't look too close at it, so I just thought, oh, he's getting a Black Oni Taijin, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's getting a black Megazord, and that'll be cool for Murasame. But no, it was just a recolor. And it was lampshaded, but I don't know if that makes it any better. So, I don't know. Didn't like that. And then, I want to know, is death the only way, or the only path to upgrades in the story? Because Taro died once. He came back. Well, he died a bunch of times from lying, but he died in a duel. And then he came back. And then, now Sonoi has died. And he came back he came back and is stronger. And now he's killed Taro. And by the preview, and by the fact that this is Super Sentai, he's going to come back, and he's going to come back stronger. So, I don't know. Just really seems strange to me that death equals upgrades. And I don't like that. It's not even like heroic, noble sacrifice death each time. It's like honorable warrior death. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, really the first time it wasn't an honorable death because he, yeah. He was honorable, and he got suckered because of that. So, I don't know. Whatever. Moving on, though, into the ups. This show is so artistic. The symmetry, the repetition, and the creation of motifs within the story itself in such a relatively short amount of time is impressive and inspiring. So, I really like that. Sononi and Sonoza effectively defeating Taro was really cool to see. And I love how happy Taro was to see Sonoi alive. It's weird, but I like it. Moving on to the whats. Could Taro have had two hymns within him if things were different, like Jiro? Because apparently Tora Jiro and Dragon Jiro are two different people inside of him. It's been a topic of the show. And I don't know, it keeps being handled in a really weird way. And then I want to know, is Sonoi like the other Taro? If he's going to be like Jiro, could it be that Sonoi is this other Taro? I don't know. It wouldn't really make sense. You would suspect that they would look identical to each other, and they don't. So I think that's one pretty strong argument against that suggestion I made. But still, feels like there could be something there. And then next question is, where does the Palanquin crew come from? Are they Anoni? Are they supposed to be real people? Are Sonoi's Palanquin crew that's the litter, the thing that they get carried on? Are they Anoni and Taro's are real people? Because if he's from the Don clan, like it's an absurd thing in the show, and they're like sort of acknowledged one time when he's sick. That one time they're like in sweats and like barely moving and things like that, but like it was more of a gag, and it was less that they're real people. But it's just, I don't know, it's all odd, all very odd. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give this episode, believe it or not, with how much negative I had to say, an 8 out of 10, and I will explain myself. This show doesn't make sense. Against my better judgment, I love it. The pacing is slow until it ramps up to nigh unbearable speed. The weird callbacks and reused gags can miss big time, like the vengeful ninja coming back yet again for the 3rd time. The weird relationship between Taro and Sonoi steals so much attention that the rest of the cast are almost extras. Death means nothing, and I am unsure what really is at stake here. All that aside, it looks beautiful, it feels like it has meaning, and it keeps me wanting more. Donbrothers is art. So the lesson I learned from Donbrothers 32 is vision and passion will burn through the medium and touch your audience. There are folks who make somewhat compelling arguments that there is a major homoerotic subplot that defines 2 primary characters in Donbrothers. That being Taro and Sonoi, the main hero and the main villain of the show. I don't know if Inoue is doing that intentionally, or if this is a situation like how people make something out of the love between Jonathan and David in the Bible. I have nothing to say on the matter. There is a powerful dynamic between these characters, and people love it. I think their interactions are beautifully filled with honor and warrior ethos, and I don't care that this has taken such a position of prominence over so much else in the show that could use the attention. It is immensely enjoyable to watch. My point is, whatever Inoue is trying to do or say, it's making an impact. I assume he cares about it. Either that, or he's using T. Taylor's Universal Fantasy Butter, which is something you can find out more about if you just look up T. Taylor or Universal Fantasy Butter, to make this pair thrilling to watch. And I think that's pretty interesting, and I think if it is just the Universal Fantasy Butter of whether it's enemies to lovers or, best frenemies or friends who are people who are friends and enemies simultaneously, and there's honor in that, and they still stick to their allegiances despite the fact that they have caring and affection for each other, then that's pretty interesting. And either of those things are universal fantasies. So anyway, very interesting stuff. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I am done with this Donbrothers 32 analysis. Please go ahead and look forward to the Futo PI episode 11 analysis. We are 1 episode away. This is the penultimate episode of Futo PI season 1 from that finale. And then it'll be Kamen Rider Geats episode 6, which I'm very much looking forward to watching. So anyway, I am going to get out of here, like I said. Look over at SH Time News, or superherotime.me, right? For my text posts. I've been covering Futo PI over there faithfully for the last, 2 or 3 weeks. I'll probably be the one to do the text review of it as well, and you can also look for my mini reviews on people's Donbros and Geats and whatever else people are watching. I'm not participating in Decker, but somebody's covering Decker over there as well, so you can check that out and see all the reviews and analysis that's being done over there. People are talking about toys and cosplay and all sorts of other fun stuff that I'm not covering here because I'm all about the story over everything else, but you know that already if you have been hanging around me for a while. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and then also there's Story Over Everything, my weekly podcast, which I'm trying to release every single Friday, capping my progress of my creative fiction writing throughout the week and helping spur me on to actually get my things done and get them published and get them out there, released to the world. So I'm still working on the first of 5 kaiju inspired, really tokusatsu, but kaiju specifically is the first book, inspired children's picture books. So you can look forward to that, and I'll let you know when that's ready to release. So anyway, this is MJ. I thank you for your time and attention. I leave you with peace and blessings. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you can find more at mjmunoz.com, as well as my entire library of analysis, art, and fiction.